Hi everyone, and welcome to the North Wales Paranormal channel. And recently I've put some videos up of a friend of mine and myself, Graham, visiting the mental as we know it, or the North Wales Hospital in Denbigh at night. And a very scary place and a lot of activity captured and felt. Now, I had a question on this channel asking, well, they stated that they've watched the videos and they really enjoyed them. Hope there's more to come. Yeah, there's more to come. We're going to do a revisit. But their question was, what is a paranormal sensitive? So I thought, well, this is the channel to explain what a paranormal sensitive is. So what it is someone who can, well, as the name suggests, someone who can sense anything para to the normal, if you like. So if you take, for example, someone like me who has no senses like that, as human beings, we're all born, well, if we're fully functional human beings, we're born where we can see. That's one sense. We can see, we can hear, that's another sense, we can feel and touch, that's another sense, we can taste and smell, and them are the general senses to a normal human being. But some people are born with a gift of being able, if you like, to see and sense in between those normal senses and see further, and sense things that we can't, like a sixth sense. Some people have a very strong sense where they can see things, they can converse with ghosts, paranormal beings, or whatever you want, spirits, and they're normally classed as a medium. But just below a medium is a paranormal sensitive, and that's a person who can sense, let's say, you went into an old building such as the North Wales Hospital with someone who is a paranormal sensitive. Now, if you went into a certain room, to you or to me, you would just see an old room with flaked paint, broken glass, maybe bits of old furniture, and that's it. But to a paranormal sensitive, they would go in and they may be able to smell something like tobacco or a perfume or any sort of scent which we can't smell. They would be able to sense things. Now, usually their senses will tell them via a headache, hot flushes, cold flushes, stomachache, feeling faint, feeling depressed, feeling happy. They sometimes can taste something, and sometimes they'll smell things. And normally they will learn, once they know they have this sensitivity, they learn how far to go. Because you've got to be aware where you may go into one room where they can sense a presence, and they will have a feeling. They'll feel very out of breath. They might feel very anxious. They might start to get a headache, and sometimes that could be a spirit that has maybe suffered head injuries in life. That's what they died of. Or it can be that spirit, if it's a headache, it can be a sort of negative side to the spirit. But a medium or a paranormal sensitive will learn how far to go. Where they go into a room, they might say, no, I've had enough in here, I've got to leave. And they know when to turn back, because it's not a nice thing for them. They can have, as I say, they can have stomachache, headaches, sometimes earache. It can hurt the eyes, you can feel depressed, you can feel happy, you can smell things, all sorts of things can happen. You can feel weak, you can feel faint, and these different senses mean different things. Normally you can, or they I should say, they can go into a place and they know how to cope with it. You know, they can sense things, but they don't sort of have to leave. They can sense things, but they know sometimes they'll go into a certain part of a building and no, this isn't good, I've got to leave. But that's what a paranormal sensitive is. It's a person that can sense what we sense, you know, but they can see in between those senses, if you like, a bit further. And they can sense a presence in a room. They can sometimes locate an actual spot in a room where they feel very anxious or they feel sick or whatever. It's a gift, obviously, and especially I feel it's with you from birth, but some people don't know they've actually got it. And it's the same story for my friend Graham. You know, he shared a lot of stories when he was a child about seeing things, sensing things, which he thought his mates could see as well or sense, and never spoke about it. But obviously they couldn't. And then as he come into adult life, and we were having a chat one day, and he was telling me different things, and I said, "You're a sensitive." And he said, "What are you going on about? I'm not sensitive." I said, "No, I don't mean it that way." I said, "You're a paranormal sensitive, and you can sense paranormal stuff." And he went away and thought about it, and you know, he said after, he said, "I think you're right there," because it seemed to click things into place. Everything made sense through his life then, and he realised then he had this gift of being a paranormal sensitive. And it must be nice in one way, but it must be a damn nuisance in another, I suppose. But you must learn to use it and cope with it and live with it. But that's what it is. It's a person that can sense paranormal activity, presence, and anything that goes in the paranormal world, really, in that sort of sense. Now, looking at it from the spirit world side, from the ghost side, from the paranormal side, I've done many investigations, and I've got a lot of equipment here, paranormal equipment, but I've captured, and this is the truth, and I've got video to prove it, I've captured more paranormal unexplained activity when I'm in the presence of Graham. Now, why do you say that? Well, I've been filming, we do a lot of films together, nothing paranormal, I got another channel, 007 Vauxhall, and we do videos, you know, it could be a comedy sketch, it could be a vlog, walkabout, anything. And I've been filming with him, as I say, nothing to do with paranormal, and I've captured a black object, black figure, whatever you want to call it. He's captured the same thing on a different day in the same place. I've captured sounds, all sorts of stuff, using no paranormal equipment. Now, no exceptions on our last visit to the North Wales Hospital. We were only there relatively short time, but it was so active. There's so much to be heard and so much going on there, and it's just unbelievable. And I've been on investigations where you go from 8 p.m. through till 2 or 3 in the morning and not captured as much as that anytime. It's now, my thoughts on that are, with someone who's a paranormal sensitive, if you look at it as the ghost, say, we'll call it the ghost side, spirit side. If you had 50 people going around the North Wales Hospital, I believe the spirit world, if there is a spirit world, whatever it is, there's something there, will look at those 50 people and may see 1 or 2 people who they know can sense them. You know, it's like if you can imagine 50 people, but 2 people have got hats on, and they know those 2 people with hats on can sense them, can see them, can feel them, whatever. And I think they're drawn to that, to those people. Maybe they want to get a message out there, maybe they want to be felt, or, you know, it might be a bit of fun to them, I don't know. But that's why I think we get so much activity when you're with either a medium or with a paranormal sensitive, because the spirits are drawn to them. But I'm also a big believer that when you get a room full of, say, 20 people and they're all shouting, is there anybody there, and maybe a ghost, if there is a ghost there, in the ghost life, you know, the afterlife, maybe they, like us in real life, where you say, well, there's a room full of people here, I don't like lots of people, I'm keeping away. Maybe they keep out the way, you know. So looking at it from the other side, maybe if there's a paranormal sensitive, they will be drawn to them. Now, I'm only surmising, but with being a friend of Graham, and we've done a lot together, maybe they trust me now, so they show all this activity and things like that. I don't know, it's just but there must be something in it. That's from the other side of it, if you like, and that's why I try and explain why there's so much activity. There's got to be something, because the activity captured on camera is a fact, it's factual, it's there, so there's got to be something in it. So yeah, hopefully this explained a bit about what a paranormal sensitive is. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.